Hello, and thank you for joining me today on this video all about the jury of the Dutch Harp Festival's World Harp Competition. All the details you could possibly need to know about the jury are outlined in the competition rules and regulations, which I'm going to link to in the description below. Okay, thank you for joining me today. Just kidding. No, of course, I understand that the rules and regulations are not exactly beach reading. Not everybody's going to have the time to invest to really go through them, and that's why I'm creating this video today to walk through some of the most important points and just tell you in person about what makes our jury unique and how they go about deciding who's going to win this competition. There are 3 different juries in the Dutch Harp Festival's World Harp Competition, each with different jury members, and each one is responsible for a different stage of the competition. We start out with the Preselection Jury, who will be listening to the audition recordings sent in with the applications and reviewing the program proposals, and they'll be the ones to decide who plays in the live rounds. Next, we have the Scouting Jury, which is also a 3-member jury, and they'll be scouting the world, traveling to each of the 3 regional rounds to find the best talents to invite to the Dutch Harp Festival. And finally, there's the Competition Jury, a 7-member jury who will judge the finals. So who's on the jury? Well, I can't yet announce the names of the actual jury members because we don't release that information until the competition itself begins. As you'll see with many of the rules surrounding the jury members and voting, we have a lot of safeguards set in place to make sure that the competition proceeds in as unbiased and fair and transparent a way as possible. And so the intention is to minimize as much as possible any contact between the jury members and the candidates, or anybody associated with the candidates, such as family members and close friends or teachers. The idea is that their decisions will be as much based on musical merit and as little as possible on personal preferences or favoritism. But what I can tell you about the juries is that they will all consist of both harpists and non-harpists. The harpists that we've chosen to be on our juries in the past have come from all areas of the world and genres of music. We've had harpists such as Gwyneth Wintink, Erica Vardenberg, Edmar Castaneda, Christina Braga, and Elaine Lennartz. The non-harpist jury members we invite are always professional musicians with distinguished careers in their own area of expertise. Performers such as pianists, singers, cellists, orchestral musicians, composers, music journalists and reviewers, and even music programmers. While they may not know as much about harp technique specifically, they bring a unique and valuable perspective to the jury. So first, the jury listens to the competitors, and then it's time to make a decision. Each jury member is given a ballot paper with the names of all the harpists who performed in that round of the competition, and next to each name, the jury member is asked to just write either no or yes. Yes, this candidate may pass on to the next round of the competition, or no, they may not. At the end, we tally up all the yes votes that we get for each candidate, and whoever has the most yes votes will pass on to the next stage of the competition. These votes are, of course, tallied by third-party members, not by the jury members themselves. We have a secretary of the jury who helps take care of administration like this, but also a legal official who makes sure that we're following all the rules and regulations that we've laid out. This unique binary system of yes-no voting without any point system behind it sets our competition apart. Jury members are free to have their own gut reaction about whether they want to hear a competitor again. Sometimes it all just clicks and you know, oh, I want to listen to this person forever. That is a definite yes. You can't always quantify it. As I mentioned before, we really tried to minimize the amount of contact between the jury members and the candidates so that the jury's decision is not influenced in any way. And we take this even a step further by asking the jury members not to discuss the competition amongst themselves. We don't even want individual jury members affecting the other jury members' decisions. The way that many other juries of other competitions often come to their final results is through group discussion, which definitely does have its merits as well. But in this competition, we really strive to keep each jury member's decision their unique own gut reaction to the music that they heard in the form of that yes or no vote on the ballot paper. I'd like to give a big shout out to all the candidates who are preparing their applications for this competition. They've already started coming in and the deadline is in just a little over a month. I hope that this video has helped you get to know the jury and who you're going to be playing for, because it's so important to know your audience. Join me next week for one last video in this series, which will be a session of questions and answers. If you'd like to send me a question beforehand, please just contact me, Elizabeth@harpfestival.nl, and I'll make sure to include your question in that video. So until then,